Section 10.3. Now we want to use a formula that multiply two radicals. In this formula, both radicals have the same roots and different bases. They both have the same roots of n and different bases. So in that case, you combine two radicals into one, and under the radical, you multiply the base. 4th root of 11 and 4th root of 5th, they both have the same root 4. So when you combine, you just write one radical, the root is 4, and under that you multiply 50 by 11. You want to multiply these two, they both have the same root and different bases. So when you multiply, 3 times 7 is 21. T to power of 6 times t to power of 1 is t to power of 7. Same thing, both radicals have the root of 3, and under that you multiply this. And you understand this is we had a formula for this. This is a cubed minus b cubed formula. A cubed minus b cubed formula in factoring is a minus b times a2 plus ab plus b2. This is a formula. So you do have x minus 1. So your a is x and your b is 1. So in that case, you have x to power of 2 plus multiplication of 1 and x is just x plus b to power of 2 so that gives you x to power of 3 minus 1 to power of 3, which is x3 minus 1. Under the radical, we just combine two fractions. You multiply these two, that's it. Now, this is a case that you have a square root of 18. I want to find the fact, I want to simplify it without using the calculator. Because if I use the calculator and take a square root of 18, you come with this decimal number. 18, you break it into two numbers, 2 times 9. 9 is 3 to power of 2. When power and the root are the same, 3 is released from the radical. So it's 3 radical 2. 2 remain under the radical because the power of 2 is 1 and is less than 2, it's not equal. So those bases with the same exponent, they are released from the radical. They come out of the radical. 27, we break the 27. 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, or 3 to power of 2 times 3. A11, you write it as A10 and A1, because 8 to power of 10 times A to power of 1, when you combine, is A to power of 11. But writing like this, every power that is divisible by 2, they released from the radical. Like, look at this 3. Power is 2. 2 and 2 cancel, 3 is released. These 3 remain because the power is 1, cannot get out of the radical. A also stays because the power is 1. But A to power of 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5th, so you write that here. So the one that has a multiple of that root, you could simplify them and get out of the radical, but the rest stay. (49) is 7 to power of 2, so 2 and 2 cancel, 7 is out. A is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so A2 is out and B remain. If you have a negative number under the radical, make sure the root of radical is not even, is odd number. It's okay if it's odd number, but if this root is even number like 2, 4, 6, then you cannot have this negative one. So we have to break 216 first. Anytime you want to break a number, you multiply that, you divide that by 2 first. If it's not divisible anymore, then 3, and then 5. Most numbers are breakable when you divide by those 3 numbers. So we always start 2. I use my calculator. 216 divided by 2. Calculator would give me 108. Divided by 2, 54. 2, 27. 27 is not divisible by 2 anymore, because if I keep doing it, 27 divided by 2 give me a decimal number. I don't want decimal number. So I go to the next number, which is 3. 27 divided by 3, 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you have 3, 3, and 3 of power of 3. See? The power of 3, you have 3 of them. 2, you have the 3 of them. X12, X14. The one that has power is the same as root. They all come out of the radical. 2 and 3 comes out. Is 6. X to the power of 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. X4 is coming out, and X2 remain. All we need to do is in this one, we just write 100 is 10 to the power of 2. 2 and 2 and 2 cancel. Is that now, anytime you are dealing with variable under the radical, since you are not sure about the value of this x, when it comes out, you always have to put the radical around it. Radical around x plus 10. And then you take that and multiply by 1, 0. Eight goes to 2, that's fine. 19, if it's odd number, 19 doesn't go, it's not divisible by 2. So change 19 to y18 and 1. 1 to the power of 18 times y to the power of 1 is still is 119. But when you do that, then you could simplify, break that against the root, and you come up with that. Same thing here. 37, you change 37 to x35 and x2. Why? Because 35 goes, 7 goes to 35, which is 7, but not to that. Same thing for the y value. The one that is still under the radical is 1v and x2, these two. And the rest are outside of the radical. We break 120 into 32 times 10. X17 is 15 and 2, y is 10. Remember, we have is 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5, and so on. Same thing, you have to break all this, and all the power that are divisible by this root of 5, they all come out of the radical. Multiply 2 root with the same, 2 radical with the same root. You just write 1 root and multiply these 2. 3 and 3 cancel 5. This is 25th, and when you combine it with this guy, when you put these two together, it's b plus 3 to the power of 27, which 3 goes to 27 9 times. Power 17 also is similar. First, you combine all these two. How many B's do you have? You have 5 here and 3 there is 8. You have 8. That's all. Okay. Let's end up section 10.3.